Hi Gemini, what's up? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That is me. I'm so excited to have all my Gemini friends here with me today. We're going to do a fun little tarot spread for you all about career, finances, and money, baby. Alright, so as with all these general YouTube tarot readings, they are general. That means not everything I say is going to resonate with all the Geminis out there. So please only take away messages for your best and highest good. You will know intuitively what those are. Anything that doesn't seem to fit your circumstance or scenario right now, you can push it aside, you can release it. I do encourage you to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign for additional messages for more clarity on the ideas that I'm presenting to you here today. If you don't know how to do that, there'll be a link in the description box below that shows you. It's free, it'll generate your birth chart, you just input your birthday and a few other things. And in that description box below will be all the other information you need to know about this tarot reading, the decks I am using, my social media channels, all that good stuff. All right, so I was gonna say all that jazz, Chicago style. All right, so let's hop in, throw a few clarifiers on this. For Gemini, messages for their best and highest good. Ooh, we got a lot. Regarding money and finance. Money, finances, and career for Gemini. Money, finances, and career for Gemini. Best and highest good. All right. We'll take one more. Check out my social media and The Intuitive Teacup on Instagram and Facebook if you are interested in that. One more. Gemini, your cards aren't coming out. What is that? Oh, there we go. That one flew out, so I stand corrected. There we go. I have to say, I said, Gemini, your card isn't coming out, and you got your card. You got the Lovers. All right, very cool. All right, so let's start. In the past, your card is the Six of Cups. Aw, cute. Sagittarius had this, which is your natural seventh, your partner, if you will. So the Six of Cups is the card of nostalgia, of going back to the past. Some of you might be visiting family or friends, or maybe an old coworker. Sometimes it can be a peace offering. It's handing flowers from one to the other. There's generational aspects here, so you might be visiting. It could be like a father-daughter relationship, or mother-son. A parent-child is really what's important here. The gender isn't all that is significant, but it's love. It's emotions, I should say. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. If you have anybody in your family or your social network with that in their chart, let's see. It's being clarified by Temperance. Okay. So this is an internal balance. It's also the blending of opposites, blending of the heart and the head. It's the love angel, the archangel Michael, right? And it does have to do with moderation too. So for some of you, blending of opposites, if it does have to do with a family member, it's a reconciliation or a peace offering. If maybe you've been on troubled ground, blending of opposites, fire and water. And bringing it together in unison and harmony so that there's internal balance, I want to say, in the relationship. So this may have to do with a coworker at work. If there were, and because the past is coming up, if it was simpler times in the past, your relationship was more innocent, there was more love there, it's reestablishing sort of that order and that balance. This is the card of Sagittarius. Did I already say that? I feel like I did. But anyway, might be dealing with a Sagittarius. Also being clarified by the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, a new start, I want to say, between you guys. It's not the Ace of Pentacles. It's not completely new. There's a solid foundation that's already been built, especially if this is a relationship. And I think it is. There's lots of cups. There's lots of emotions. This is taking what seeds you guys had or built together and expanding it, growing it. The freshman in college, there's a base knowledge, but now we're looking to gain more, right? And it's earth energy. So again, tangibility of something, money that can grow your bank account. For some of you, it might literally be a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it could absolutely be with a coworker or with a boss. Maybe there was some, maybe the waters went stale, went sour, and now you're trying to freshen it up. You've got your toe in that pool of intuition of fresh water, right? Channeling new messages. It aligned with your higher self, good vibrations. That Beach Boys song, Good Vibrations. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. That might be strong in your chart. But yeah, I think you're looking to expand regardless of the relationships with those around you. you're holding this pentacle in your hand and you see potential in it. It's like, okay, where can I take this? Cool. So it may also be, for some of you, it could be returning back to school to get more knowledge or a more stable foundation in a career you're already interested in. Or it could be looking to, again, expand your career, maybe move into a new title, a new role, with that foundation you've already built within potentially that same company or that job or that, however you want to phrase it. So that's coming up in the past. Let's look in the present. You have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, well, that's good. You have options, but you may be juggling those options back and forth if you are being required to choose. I don't know if it's so much a path. It's more of a decision of, do I take this here or do I take it there? What this card is indicating is that there's a way that those two ideas it could work in unison. Okay, again, repairing of a relationship if people had different beliefs about where to invest. This is talking about merging the two. We know that because there's the infinity symbol over them. It again talks about peace and harmony. We frequently see that magician symbol over, like, crowning the, did I say the magician symbol? The infinity symbol over the magician card, which is your energy, Virgo. It's something about here, it's saying that I'm just getting they're both equally valid ideas that can work together. And so maybe in your present you're trying to, or you may not quite see the value in both, but yeah, I guess this card is saying to re-examine, to look at how you can merge the two. You have the power is what I was getting at with the Magician card. The Magician always has the infinity symbol above him. It's his crown. So yeah, there might be some sort of idea that is still needed to be manifested or brought to light that is going to help you with this decision or this struggle, this back and forth. It's being clarified by the Three of Swords. Ouch, the heartbreak card. The sadness, sometimes depression, different severities of it, but again, I think it's healing yourself from the wounds that this person may have caused. It's funny, this didn't come off as something majorly impactful, but with the Three of Swords, maybe the sting, the wounds are a little bit deeper than even you realize, Gemini. I mean, she's standing in front of an ocean, right? Water being emotions. So she's standing on potentially what used to be rocky waters, rocky emotions because of some sort of heartbreak or disappointment. Mental energy, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It is a Libra card, so emotionally something was imbalanced, and then I think mentally that caused some sort of rift within the relationship, and so maybe, I mean mental imbalance in that you guys weren't seeing things or communicating clearly. Your thoughts, I think, regarding this person and their, I don't know if it's their work ethic or their ideas, that was thrown out of whack. So yeah, it's like the coming together in harmony again, incorporating the both. Blending, you have the blending of opposites here too, so all right, interesting. So you're working through it, and I think because this is coming up as like the underlying energy, you're working through that disappointment or sadness or heartbreak. I think you're trying to bridge the gaps, mend the fence. Yeah. You might also be the middleman of bringing a team together. If two people are fighting, Gemini, you actually might be the person who's like, come on guys, can't we all just get along? That might be you, Gemini. Interesting. Okay, so then the challenge for you, this is so funny. I think you have double lovers. Some of you are like, that's me, it's a third party situation. And I already saw it because we knew that this came out. You have the lovers being clarified by the lovers. All right, so give me a second to digest this. I want to make sure I give you the right messages here. Strong within your power, Gemini. I like that your card is coming through in your reading. That's key. You do want to see that. So yeah, this has to do with, I hate to say it, but it's somebody deceiving you. Again, if there was a rift in a relationship, it's somebody who you saw as having your back, the way their hands are clenched together. It's like you saw this as your, I want to say your person, as your ally, as a reliable resource, someone who's with you through good times and bad. And I'm not saying that they're not, but there was something that happened in this relationship, potentially a third party. Now, this is career and finances, so only take what resonates. Somebody new joined the mix, joined the team. This person brought on board someone else and was like, hey, let's listen to them. And I think somebody in this relationship, this work relationship, it might be romantic for some of you, was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought this was you and me doing this thing. Who is this other person? And again, work related is what I'm channeling here. So if it's romantic, only take what resonates. But in terms of like the workplace, the studio, the office, whatever it is, you feel like somebody sided, I think, Gemini, with the wrong person, and you were left kind of like, really? And so I think this has already happened in the past. I'm not necessarily predicting this, because I think that's why you're trying to merge multiple ideas, multiple people. Can we all blend the opposites and work together? Because again, you felt like somebody went behind your back or was deceitful or just did you wrong, caused some mental imbalance. And I don't mean crazy, I don't mean lunacy, but mental imbalance if it made you question who to trust. I think that's what this is. Someone who you had a steady, solid relationship with. Again, your fists are clenched, like you're together. You're merged, essentially. You're twin, if you will. I mean, it is the lovers, right? I will say though, if you and your coworker were working on a project together, the flame, the creativity, whether you realize it or not, it was dimming. There was something in this relationship where it wasn't reaching its full potential anymore. Do you see how the fire between them, it's not that bright, beautiful, blazing orange reaching the sky. It's almost like on its way out. It like, at the end of the night, you throw water on the fire and that's sort of what I'm getting here. So while you guys may have had a solid foundation together, there needed to be some sort of reinvigoration to make this flame grow again. And it may have had to do with introducing a third person. And I don't mean this romantically. Again, please only take what resonates. But bringing in new ideas, fresh perspective. There may have been a little bit of ego involved here, Gemini, of why are we introducing this person? They don't know the business. They don't know our background. They don't know our project. I think that caused you a little bit of, again, you don't trust this person because I think you may have been hurt. Your feelings were hurt. Like this person didn't think you were capable of doing it or something like that. But this offered some sort of, and just like opening the window and letting in the breeze and the sunlight, it reinvigorated something that was burning out. So this could be new management coming in. This could speak of a team dynamic where the team gets along and all of a sudden they bring in a new boss. And not everybody, but some people are like, what the fuck? Like maybe this person is bringing in new ideas and changing things up and you don't like it, Gemini. Like it's almost like that game Red Rover where, you're holding hands, right? Like this. And somebody comes in and they have to break the link. They have to break the chain of all the hands that are being held. And you're resisting it. You are not letting that person through. But I'm just getting like, Gemini, they're coming through whether you like it or not. So embrace this change, right? Cupid is striking you, Gemini, with this arrow, this idea, this thought. It's to wake you up. It's that pinprick you needed to like jolt you into this. Okay, you're like, this wasn't working and I finally see it. So what can I do? And because this is underlying energy, I'm not saying this person is going to stay, that they have lasting power, but the purpose of this person coming in, again, was to jolt your idea, to jolt, I want to say the love, but really love being cups, emotions, back into the project, back into the team, to reinvigorate this fire that is just dimming. It's about to go out. And so, yeah, it's like this thing that you're resisting and holding hands with, your team, your counterpart, whatever, to not let it in and maybe just absorb some new ideas, some new facts, some new knowledge. Because I think it's going to make this stronger, whatever it is, whatever that means to you. I do think this is an apology of some sorts. I think somebody may have gotten hot-headed and said some things because, again, out of ego, out of lower vibration, because thinking you weren't enough or that your partner was deceiving you or criticizing your work. I think that was misinterpreted, Gemini. So whether this is resonating with you or it feels like something going on in your workplace, in your workspace, I will say there's not a lot of pentacles here. So whatever this mental or emotional struggle is, it's not allowing money flow. It's not allowing you to capitalize on this pentacle that you're trying to grow because people's egos are getting involved. So if you're watching this video because you want to know where the money's at, it's real. There's not a lot here because these are the pentacles you really have, right? You have this steady idea to build upon. This may be the new person coming in with that steady idea to build upon. This, quote, third party that you're resisting with all your might with your hands and not letting them in. Maybe let them in and again, feel it out. See what this seed they're offering to you, this token of advice, this idea. Maybe give it a listen and see what they have to offer. And if you can blend it with your current idea, your current perspective, your current bank account, your current team, right? A blending of opposites is what is needed here. And you know what? Because this is generational, nostalgia, the past, there could be an age difference here. And an age difference either in the people involved, maybe someone is 30 years older, but more than that, Gemini, it has to do with fresh ideas. The old way of doing things, of thinking, the old partnerships where the fire just isn't growing anymore, it's introducing like youthful ideas or young, new, fresh perspectives, opening the window up and letting the breeze and sunlight in. It's an offering of it's like a rebirth, sort of, is what I'm getting here. It might be coming from a Scorpio. All right, interesting, Gemini. All right, so that's your challenge, is potentially mending fences or relationships and also accepting the newbie in the relationship. The help available to you is, boom, there it is, the Magician, which, of course, they're not wearing the infinity crown in this deck. Usually the Magician has this infinity crown over them, which is important. It means the mind is at work and in balance here. Anyway, the tools you have are right in front of you, Gemini. They're right there. It just involves you picking them up and using them in just the right way to manifest what you're wanting. So while this new party may come in and offer a new suggestion, it's always been within your reach, within your grasp. I want to say almost within your headspace. You hold the power here, Gemini. And that's important here too, because you feel like whoever this third party is, they're taking away your power. And I just have to read it as I'm getting it. That's not the case, Gemini. You've misinterpreted the situation. Nobody is trying to take your power away. It's almost like this, again, this person has come into the scenario, into your life to capitalize on that pentacle that you already have, but to escalate, to elevate, to allow for growth. I'm hoping this is Ace of Wands, right? It's bringing you to the it's allowing you to realize your full potential, to come into your full power and to manifest whatever stagnancy with this fire isn't growing, isn't blooming, maybe you're not drawing enough clientele, enough investors. You're reworking it. You're using the tools you've had, but in a different way, in a different order, getting the right ingredients, the right recipe to really capitalize on this, to make things better, to get your business to grow, to the Fool. It's a new beginning. Jump off the ledge, take scary risks. And for you, Gemini, that scary risk is putting some sort of faith and trust into this new person. It's easy to stand by our old friends, our old coworkers, because they're familiar. We know how they operate. We know generally we can predict the ideas they're going to contribute. We know their behavior. We know who to steer away from because their energy doesn't align with ours. We know who we're gonna get lunch with, like that kind of thing. You know your coworkers. The leap of faith for you, Gemini, is allowing a new person to come in who is unfamiliar, who's fucking with this love situation, and just hearing them out. Seeing if they are contributing something to this current relationship or project that maybe it came out of left field, but you know what? Maybe that's just what this relationship or this team or this project needed. That fresh perspective. Allowing in the blending of opposites, but allowing this person in with fresh ideas, with fresh perspective. That's your leap of faith. But look at her. She's got her hands in like victory mode, celebration. It's like, this is the change of scenery, the fresh perspective, the illumination, the new sunlight that you needed, that is going to set you off into this path of new power, of channeling new messages, of manifesting new things that your business or your finances need. Again, not a lot of pentacles here. It's because there's, I want to say, petty conflict. You have the moon card at the bottom of the deck. There's secrets or there's disillusionment. The moon is a source of energy, but it's very small. I'm sorry, a source of light. It's very small in a very dark sky. You're not seeing the bigger picture. It's shadowy. Again, figures are appearing to you in shadow. You're writing them off as evil or dangerous or whatever until the sun rises and you're illuminated to, oh, that actually was a good idea. Oh, that person actually didn't mean it the way I interpreted it. Interesting. But it's a new beginning. It's a fresh new start. It's magic in the hand. That's what's coming through here. And the thing is, it's always been inside of you, Gemini. So again, there's a little bit of ego of you wanting to have credit for this new idea. And it's not that you won't have the new idea, but it wouldn't have come to you otherwise had this third party reached out and I just want to say helped or offered a tip or some sort of guidance. You are still doing the magic and doing the work and the manifesting, bringing something into the 3D, into the real world here. But there's a risk. The Fool has no emotional baggage, no mental baggage. They go and they take a leap of faith and they have faith in themselves that they will land on their feet, right? Metaphorically jumping off the cliff. It's scary and it's new and it's dangerous, but the Fool doesn't hold on to that fear. They just go because that's where their passion tells them to go. All right, it's the start of a new cycle, a new journey, a new beginning. Many mysterious things await in the future, but I think they're going to be good, Gemini, because you're clearing out like the toxic mental and emotional energy so you can move forward with like freedom. That's what's coming through here. All right, that's what I got for you, Gemini. Pretty cool read. Do like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if that resonated with you. Otherwise, I will see you guys in about a week or so to do your monthly July spread. Thanks for tuning in, Gemini. Bye.